Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's June 29th, 2018. And I want to get into a couple of things. I want to get into a twist of the plausible possibility beyond flat Earth, okay? And I want you to think about something. I want you to think about people, us. I want you to think about how you got here. Not if you're making videos and you have your own channel, but just period, how did you get here in life? Where you are right now. Look around. Everything around you is you. What's in your apartment? The clothes you're wearing. It's all you. All right? But how did you get here? Do you remember? Do you remember the friends that you used to know? Do you remember any of them influencing you or putting you in a position where you should have gone here and you went there? You know, these are the lines of your life. Do you remember any of that? I mean, I remember a little bit, but not much. But, you know, do you remember how you got here? And that is my question for everybody. All right? Because if we are in a simulation, I'm not saying we are, but if we are computer programs, okay? And this and everything that you see around us, it's tangible, it's there, you can feel it, you can touch it because we're part of the program. All right, we would have to be part of the program. But in a plausible possibility, you have to understand that all programs interact with each other. And we all do. We all interact with each other. And I think it really has a big influence on where you go in life and what path you decide to choose. The thing I want to bring up is that where you are right now, can you change it? Or are you afraid to change it? That's the big question. Are you afraid to change it? I mean, do you feel like wherever age you are, this isn't going to work for the 20-something-year-olds. But, you know, somebody who's in their 30s or in their 40s or their 50s, do you think you can change your life right now and go into a different direction? And I'm not saying become rich and filthy rich and that nonsense. I'm just saying, period. Can it be changed? Can you wake up tomorrow and everything in your life will be different? You almost can't, you know? I mean, it's almost impossible. Wherever you are, unless if you're independently wealthy, really you can't change anything. It's almost like you can't think for yourself. All right, and that's computers really can't think for themselves at all. Even calculators, even these supercomputers, even the crap that Google has. You know, these computers only go so far. You know, they might be IT and whatever, but no, I'm sorry, they're still computers. Nothing's ever going to be able to match the human brain. There's just way too many they don't even know anything about the human brain to begin with anyway, even know how it works, for Christ's sake. I mean, you know, there's a certain percentage of the brain we don't even use, and we don't even know what the hell it's for. We have no idea. You know, I've heard making reality, I've heard making your own way, but really, my question is, can it be changed? You know, and how do you change it? The powers to be want us to become this way. They want us to become this way, and they're doing a very good job. They want us to become computer programs that cannot think for themselves. That just go through this regular routine over and over and over again. And that's what they want us to do. And that's what they're getting. Look at traffic, look at people driving, look at the people around you. Look at the people now with their cell phones. Holy shit, guys. I was in a place the other day, and every single person was sitting there, and there was like 50 people. Every one of them had that freaking smartphone in front of their face, doing whatever they're doing. That's why they can do these chemtrails all day long, because nobody is looking up anymore. They're more concerned about what freaking Britney Spears is wearing at the Hollywood asshole, whatever awards dinner. You know, I mean, really. Back to the computer program. All right, but that's my basic question to you. You know, if we are in a computer simulation, you know, because remember, everything around us is so perfect. It is just so perfect. It grows at the exact time it should. The trees grow and they bloom at the exact time they should. You know, the Farmer's Almanac's there for a reason, guys. You know, I mean, because they know exactly when everything's going to bloom, when's a good time to pick the tomatoes and all that. It's not like it's different here and there. It's always the same thing. You know, it's about as predictable as the sun and as predictable as the moon, you know. But on Fridays, I like to give you some things to think about, and I want you to think about that. I'm getting a lot of really interesting emails, guys. Good ones, not bad. You know, some ideas people are coming up with, and you know, that seem real. You know, I've always thought about the planes. You know, but I think when people say there's I don't really want to get into it right now because I don't know much information on it. But remember, when you're in a car, you don't feel, I don't know, a car holds maybe 18 gallons. What is this shit? It's goddamn out of focus. Are we back? Am I back here? This is out of focus here. All right, there we go. You know, a car holds about 18 gallons, maybe 20 gallons. A truck holds like 40. But I mean, you know, in terms of the ratio, in terms of the weight of the vehicle and the gas that's sloshing around in your tank, you don't feel it. The only time I ever feel, you know, gas actually going into my tank is when I'm pumping it, and I can feel the suspension go down just a slight bit. I don't feel it in my new car, but I feel it in the company car. But you don't feel the thing sloshing around in the tank at all. Even though it's in an awkward position, most of the tanks are on the left side of your car or on the right side of your car. Some of them are in the middle of the car, which will equal the weight. But a lot of the tanks are even on the side of the cars. You don't feel any movement at all. So I don't think that's the best way to explain planes about the fuel that might not be in them. But I'm not really sure. I have to look way more into that and do a lot more investigation. The good news is I don't have an airport too far away from me, and I can get to know somebody there real quick. I do know that the people who do work at the airport are under oath of not to give any information at all, but we know that's all bullshit because people have broken that oath many times. But I thought I'd get into that with you. And the chemtrails today are just beautiful, man. I'm telling you. X's and it's great. It's great. We're headed for a heat wave here. I don't know if you had yours. I think this is coming from Texas, actually. And we're going to be in it for the next 7 or 8 days. 90-degree weather. Actually, it's going to reach 110. I will be going upstate New York this weekend, only because it's a long story, but to beat the heat. So we're going up there. I didn't want to, but it's just going to be too hot down here. So anyway, I'm rambling on. All right. Okay. I appreciate you subbing. I appreciate you viewing my videos, and thanks for letting me be a part of your life.